Hey, look at that. Ooh, that's a nice bag. I'm gonna use it today. Sparring, man, it was just really bad because I wanted to impress my father the most. When I didn't perform at my best with him, or if I got hit and I didn't like it and I started crying, I would run away. I literally would run away from my father and everybody. They would look for me. This is me at 8 years old running away, my father having to call the cops, and I put my father through a lot of mess. You know, and I would cry all the time. I would embarrass him because I would cry while he was in the corner. I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. And that's why I never really liked sparring. It wasn't because of the that I wasn't good enough. I believe it was just the fact that I was so hard on myself.
There you go. There you go. You're on another level, baby. You. Gotta relax. You gotta hold your breath.
When you watch how Teofimo Lopez is preparing for his bout with Shakur, it becomes clear this camp isn't focused on flashy moments. Instead, it's centered on discipline, controlling his impulses and fighting smarter rather than harder.
Pero jamás, man.
You gotta listen to my mouth.
I haven't felt.
You need to go to the field and live in that fucking field.
Okay.
Live in it.
Okay.
No motherfucking, no health spa, no freaking none of that shit.
Okay.
No health quest. I want you living in that field. That's all we need, bro.
Yeah. Coach ain't having it today.
No, bro, because I know I see what's going on, bro. 1, 2.
Can I come back with a hook? Okay. Slip.
Everything is leading him toward a hard reality he can't avoid anymore. Starting fast and burning hot isn't the answer against Shakur. It only drains him faster under bright lights. That's why this camp has turned intentionally brutal. Long, grinding rounds with no shortcuts. No waiting for highlight moments. Just non-stop motion, steady output, and forcing punches even when his body is begging him to slow down.
The hardest parts for me was getting my butt whipped in sparring and losing. I hated losing. I hated failure. I always hated it because like I said before, I wanted to become a perfectionist.
It's the first time I ever felt like so out of it. So out of shape, bro. Like, and it's crazy. We've been working, so I can't quite understand it, but coach is like, we just gotta keep running. You know, I ain't doing enough of it, so. You know, but other than that, you know, it's just part of it. There's a reason why we start, you know, before, you know, we do all this stuff too, you know. Is to make sure that we prevent any of these things happening when it comes to an actual.
The most difficult adjustment has been letting go of that instinct to trap an opponent, launch a single power shot, and pause as if the job is done. Against Shakur, that hesitation gets exposed instantly. The approach has shifted to restraint and control, shorter footwork, tighter punches, and layered combinations that don't look exciting but slowly take their toll. Even shots that crash into elbows or gloves matter. They claim territory, cut off escape lanes, and gradually disrupt timing. It may not look impressive at first, but those moments quietly bend the fight in his favor. The movement drills would almost look ridiculous to anyone used to Teofimo's explosive highlights. There's a strict ban on jumping in or bouncing around. Everything is slow, deliberate, and relentless, like pressure that never backs off. In many ways, this adjustment is tougher than dropping weight. He's being asked to abandon knockout thinking and start valuing time, pacing, and accumulation, basically teaching a race car how to function in bumper-to-bumper traffic. The focus now is on rhythm control, advancing without punching, punching without advancing, and creating discomfort without offering Shakur clear patterns to exploit.
Yeah, add some slips in it. Add some slips. Big one. Woo! Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Nice. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Control your guard. Control. Do it, man. Yeah. Right. Yes, sir.
You know, my mind is limitless, though. You know, so then again, it's like I could always succeed to another level with it, you know, and exceed to it. So it's really just trying to just keep it going, you know, keep moving forward throughout the whole time and throughout the whole process, and mainly just have fun with it. You know, you gotta have fun with what you do. You know, I love this. You know, I haven't stopped doing what I've done, because of the fact that I enjoy what I do. You know, this has been 20 years in the making.
The opening rounds are being handled with extreme care, not to hunt for a quick ending, but to shake Shakur's belief before he settles into full command. The true challenge isn't about whether Teofimo has the power to do damage. It's about his composure when that damage doesn't come instantly. The moment he starts forcing something, everything unravels. But if he stays patient, accepts a gritty and imperfect fight, and sticks to discipline instead of impulse, he keeps himself firmly in contention.
1, 2. Right hand again. Give me that right hand, baby. Give me that right hand. No, sure. Don't show it. Okay, go. Go.
Come over here.
Too fast for me. Go. Go with that. That's it.
After examining how Teofimo's training has reshaped him from a knockout chaser into a calculated pressure fighter, Dan Rafael enters the conversation and shifts the focus beyond strategy diagrams and gym drills. He highlights why this matchup carries weight that goes far deeper than technical game plans. Rafael points out a key detail that often gets ignored when discussions are drowned out by surface-level reactions and viral opinions.
You know, Teofimo has been a bona fide world champion in 2 divisions. He was the champion at lightweight. You know, had most of the belts, defeated Lomachenko. You know, he did suffer the upset loss to Kambosos. There were some physical issues there that we didn't know about going into the fight, not to make excuses for him. But regardless, he came back.
He has repeatedly shown that when the pressure is genuine, his performance elevates. After the Kambosos fight, there were moments where he didn't look particularly impressive. But when he faced Josh Taylor with everything on the line, his focus sharpened, and he rose to the occasion. That pattern is important because high-stakes fights tend to bring out another level in certain competitors.
And, you know, even though maybe he didn't shine and scintillate maybe in some of those fights after that, when it came time to step up and take on the champ, which was Josh Taylor, he shined in that fight. So when Teofimo is matched, you know, in a big-time opponent, you know, he's delivered, and he's done it, you know, a number of times.
At the same time, Dan also highlighted that Shakur's track record follows a similar pattern. When criticism reached its loudest point and fans labeled him dull, Shakur responded by standing his ground against Zepeda, choosing to trade and effectively shutting down that narrative. What worked about Dan's take was the lack of exaggeration, because it revealed the contradiction in how these fighters are viewed. They're often accused of coming up short, yet when the spotlight burns brightest, both tend to adapt and rise rather than crumble.
Stevenson gets the job done. He has won titles from featherweight up to lightweight. You know, when his back was against the wall, quote unquote, and everybody had big expectations. You know, what did he do in his last fight against William Zepeda? He stood in the pocket, he fought the guy, and he won handily. He shut him out, basically. He won like 10 rounds to 2.
When Dan brought up their parallel paths at Top Rank, the Olympic background, and those early appearances on Crawford's undercards, the matchup suddenly felt less accidental and more destined. It started to resemble 2 careers moving on separate tracks that were always headed toward the same moment. The New York setting drives that home even further. Madison Square Garden doesn't reward chaos or empty aggression. It favors patience, balance, and mental control. That atmosphere will either refine Teofimo's forward pressure or completely shut it down.
It started off, a little bit heavier than Shakur, but they would eventually catch up to each other. They're both Olympians, by the way. Teofimo he's American, but he fought for his parents' country of Honduras. In that same Olympic Games, it was Shakur Stevenson winning a silver medal for the United States. I mean, they have all kinds of accomplishment. I do think they have a healthy respect for each.
Dan isn't trying to manufacture excitement. He's laying out the circumstances, and that's what makes it uncomfortable. Context removes alibis. There's no strange venue, no exhausting travel, no gimmicky atmosphere. It's simply two top-level fighters competing minutes from home, in a place where performances are remembered. While most debates focus on style matchups, Dan is pointing to something deeper: legitimacy. When the environment is unforgiving, who truly stands behind what they've already achieved? Jokes about being dull or chasing knockouts disappear once the opening bell sounds at Madison Square Garden. In that moment, preferences mean nothing. What lasts is who answered the moment when the setting finally demanded it.
Fight that belonged in America, and it didn't belong in Las Vegas. It belongs in New York City at Madison Square Garden. Teofimo is from Brooklyn. Shakur is from Newark, New Jersey, which is a 5-minute train ride from Midtown Manhattan. I mean, it's got everything you want to see. The Garden hasn't had a lot of big fights in the main arena over the last few years. The last one they had was the third fight between Katie Taylor and Serrano. But before that, it'd been, a couple years, I think, since they had a main arena fight. So this is a big time fight.
You got, listen, both are extraordinary talents. Extraordinary talents. Shakur, oh my God, flawless. Don't telegraph his punches. They come right out the holster. They come right out the clip. You got Teofimo, who's extremely athletic. He reminds me of Roy Jones. You never know what he's gonna do. And it's kind of hard to train for somebody like that because you don't know what Teal's gonna show. Josh Taylor.
Okay.
Look what he did to Josh Taylor. Oh my God. I mean, just playing with him. Just hitting him with big shots. Just doing whatever he wants, styling on him. So you can never count Teo out. You can never count Teo out, man. He's, like I said, an extraordinary talent, but so is Shakur. I do think Shakur can't lay on the ropes like he do. I think Shakur got to be a lot more active this fight. Because once you let Teo get in this groove, he's a hard train to stop, man. And he's athletic. You never know what he's going to. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I can't wait to see it. I got it a 50-50 fight, depending on who can impose their will.
50-50?
Yeah, I got a 50-50.
You don't got who gonna win? We can't go 50-50. Somebody gotta win it. This ain't not gonna be no draw.
See, like I'm just like I can't pick a winner because it's like I can see Shakur winning it, and I also can see Teo winning it.
Okay.
And I can see Shakur winning it. Then I can see Teo winning it. Then it's like, well.
Teo's a good fighter, but this type of style Teo possesses, you're gonna break him up. You can't beat what you can't hit. You can't. It is impossible. That boy ain't nothing to fuck around with.
Right.
Poor boy, he's something out of the Matrix Part 3. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. He you know what I'm saying? He pulling shit away and hit you with. Come on. I'm loving him. He's dope. I mean, I always spoke highly of. Always.